The patch is not out yet, but the patch notes are out now. Link down below in the description box if you want to read this shit on your own. The actual update itself will launch, highlighted here in blue, tomorrow, depending on your time zone. And these are approximate sizes. I'm on PS5, so I only got a you know what I'm saying? Why do I have the smallest one out of all of them? PC is the master race. It's got the biggest one, and that's what she said. Anyways, that was cringy. Expansion 3, Dawn of Ragnarok. This also adds support for the new expansion that will be available on March the 10th. That definitely looks like a 15 gigabyter right there. In Dawn of Ragnarok, Eivor must embrace their destiny as Odin, the Norse god of battle and wisdom. Yeah, we don't care about all that shit. Wield incredible otherworldly powers, absorb new abilities. Excuse me, new players can start the expansion at any time from the main menu, with player boost if they wish. You'll start your journey at power level 340 with a predefined selection of gear and weapons, new divine quality for gear and weapons, 3 new tiers of upgrades, and new special rune slot. Expand your progression with 4 new abilities and 6 new skills, unlock new weapons and armor sets. Bug fixes and improvements, stealth fixes. I tell you, if you look like that, you're not going to blend in the crowd, I'm just saying. Especially if you were at the trucker convoy in Canada, you will be singled out. Addressed the AI reaction to whistle improved. Players get detected by enemies when using environmental traps. They've also addressed wild animals detecting Eivor, regardless of distance/angle, and alerting nearby NPCs. NPCs disengaging from conflicts extremely quickly. Enemy detection cones reducing when using a bow. Monks having difficulty to leave the music crowd stations. In the quest, take and kidnap Estrid. I'd have a hard time leaving a crowd if I was being kidnapped as well. Gameplay added a Saga difficulty mode for all you little bitches out there. No, I'm just kidding. Write your own Viking Saga without having to worry about any challenges or stealth and combat, apparently. Combat enemies inflict less damage and don't scale with players. Stealth, more time allowed to perform actions when being detected, assassinating, shooting, disengaging, whatever it is you're doing. There it is right there, you can see it. There's a screenshot of that. Excuse me, and a screenshot of the stealth difficulty on Saga. Alright, added new combat settings. Damage Eivor takes. New combat settings for Eivor damage output. The ratio, ration, healing ratio. Anyways. Adrenaline regeneration. Enemy health modifier. Added support for more controllers on PC, Nintendo Switch Pro, and Stadia. Addressed Eivor getting teleported randomly in some instances. Give this video a thumbs down, and I'll make sure your ass tonight when you go to bed gets teleported in someone else's bed randomly. Headshots are blocked by the NPC's shield when shooting from behind while undetected. They've addressed that. Players can remain stuck in any boss fight if Dive of the Valkyries is used as last hit while having the Night Rogue set equipped. Again, everything I'm reading here are things that have been addressed. PC players losing all input after pressing the thingy, tilde, whatever that's called, key on their keyboard. Light-fingered. No comment. Skill not activating when dodging through a lootable body. I'm so immature. Cannot defeat the Black Shuck Alpha Animal as the NQTE is not appearing. Enemies' attacks become weaker if combat difficulty value was set to custom. Unable to use the fishing line. Unable to use rations. Several option changes made from the pause menu were not applied. Hero stats not updated correctly upon equipping the Aaron Hare Koa gear set. Faint Death ability not working properly when used on specific terrain or objects. Eivor's bow disappearing when using the Ghoul Breath. Mouse and keyboard icons remain visible despite adding a controller. Wrath of the Druids enemies in Dublin and Meath territories do not scale with Eivor's power level after changing level scaling options. The Siège de Paris, keyboard input being displayed while using a controller in some instances. Main quests, world events, and side activities. We've addressed the following. Dag is not present near the Longhouse, making it impossible to complete a brewing storm. Unable to progress the Prodigal Prince as the assassination prompts are not showing up during the training sequence. Cannot collect the off-church key during the Tilting the Balance quest. Cannot assassinate Gorm and Hunter of Beasts. Missing quest marker and closing the vault after following... Yeah, exactly. Lidjif, Vina, Vijaja, whatever. Unable to complete the Forge and the Flame quest, as the cutscene would not be triggered. Unable to complete Pilgrimage at Saint Alban, as players cannot interact with whatever. Unable to kill the Pict Chief during the quest Old Friends. Unable to proceed in road to Hamartia, as Beaten the dog is stuck. Unable to interact with Ivar during King Killer. Unable to complete a feast to remember after defeating Suttungr. Unable to proceed in Abbott's Gambit with the objective find Fulk and Sigurd. Unable to complete this son of Jorvik and Faravid. Does not get on his horse. My goodness. You could tell I dropped out of high school. Then again, French is my first language. Old wounds cannot be completed as Rollo is stuck outside his camp. I used to eat Rollos. Not the dog, the chocolate bar. Guards are stuck in the brothel in Old Wounds. Oh boy. Cannot complete King of Shitsby world event due to NPC spawning outside of the church. Oh shit. I'm so immature. Defiled water. World event cannot be completed as NPC is stuck in the river. What is in my root beer? Haunting of Neast Point and the Drink of the Pyx. World events cannot be completed if a meditation is performed during the dialogue scene. The NPC does not show up in the camp in the world event. The Twit Saga Part 2. The Siege of Paris. Siegfried does not move in Warlord of Melon. Wrath of the Druids, Barrett and Sierra will not go to the coronation for Flan over Ireland. Assassin's Creed crossover stories addressed a fated encounter that does not update upon completing a wise friend and building Valka's hut. The temple could be opened by throwing a fire pot at the door in What Dream May Come. What Dreams May Come quest does not complete or update after exploring the Cave of Gold if the objective is reached after entering a conflict state. Enemy villagers can be found again at the light puzzle in the Cave of Gold after completing What Dreams May Come. What Dreams May Come. Anyways. 2 of the 5 shards remain marked on the map upon collecting them and counting sheep. Cassandra's voice does not match in a segment of dialogue scene in Night and Day. It's literally night and day different how it sounds like it doesn't match anyways. River raids, Yums Vikings, and raids addressed extensive loading times when transitioning from river raids to the Ravensthorpe. Mastery challenge. Unable to progress in a challenge from the gods. After the first cutscene, enemies are not highlighted when using Odin Sight and Odin Mine Hideout. Goliath NPC can throw the boar outside of the arena, making it impossible to complete the Outpost Fight Challenge. NPC fall to their death in Lollingstone Bandit Camp. Tombs of the Fallen. Address platforms descending before the push-pull object is on them. Carryable snaps in Evor's hands, is thrown behind the spike wall in Swamp Tomb. Various issues where Eivor would remain stuck in a free-fall animation and or get desynchronized. Miscellaneous addressed wrong gameplay options present in the Discovery Tour Viking Age menu. Online service error. When viewing photos on the world map, assassination cutscenes are still playing when activating photo mode. Horses can photobomb dialogue scenes. Achievement trophies are not unlocking after playing AC crossover stories when sharing progression on multiple platforms. Graphics, animations, and audio addressed meteorites not spawned in England. Store items disappearing from the inventory or not being visible on Eivor. Smoke bombs not exploding when returned to the enemy with the missile reversal skill. Instances of misplaced or floating objects or textures, numerous clipping issues, numerous graphics, texture, animation, or lighting issues, various issues with missing sound effects, numerous menu narration issues. UI HUD. Addressed numerous UI HUD issues, added various improvements to the codex. And this AC Valhalla, again, upcoming update 1.50 will be releasing tomorrow at noon UTC GMT, 1 p.m. CET, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in less than, I was going to say 12 hours. It's noon, 12. In less than 24 hours. Just tomorrow. I need more sleep, if you can't already tell that. If you've made it this far, my goodness, call your doctor and book an appointment with a psychiatrist. Seriously. Now, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and making me a little bit more relevant in search results when people are looking shit up. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I will bend it and snap it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be fucking fantastic now, wouldn't it? I'm pushing 20k subscribers. I kind of want to be a big deal and hit the 100k and get that plaque from YouTube before I'm fucking 75 years of age. So yeah, and if you want to subscribe, did I say that? Yeah, that would be great. If not, whatever. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Maybe you could see why I haven't reached that yet. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.